Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you're here. Today we are on location in beautiful rural central Tennessee. And while we're here, let's check out this Kubota RTV 1100.
Welcome to my cluttered garage. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
Now, right out of the gate, see what I did there? Right out of the gate, this Kubota RTV 1100 is not a recreational vehicle. This thing is a workhorse, and it's made to work on the farm, on the construction site, and as soon as you step inside, you know it's ready for work. This fully enclosed cab has glass windshield, glass rear windshield, glass side windows, steel doors, and not to mention heating, and most importantly today, air conditioning. It's powered by the ever so popular Kubota 3-cylinder diesel engine, so you know that that thing is bulletproof. It's hydrostatically driven, so it's got plenty of power, and this thing is heavy. Heavy duty, but also heavily built. I think air conditioning in a side-by-side is a bit overkill, but when you have a fully enclosed and really well sealed cab that's surrounded with glass, this thing would act like a greenhouse. It would be really hot in here. So this AC is fantastic. It works like a car or truck air conditioner. It's nice and cold, and believe me, today here it is about 92 degrees. I'll take the AC. Not only does this thing have a lot of low-end torque, but with the hydrostatic transmission, you barely even need to use the brake. And going down a hill like this, for instance, I do have my foot on the brake, but it just crawls down the hill. Now we're in high range, but we'll see if it climbs up the hill too. Didn't even think about it. This thing goes down the road really smooth, but it tops out at 25 miles per hour, which again, around the farm and on the property, 25 is plenty fast enough. But if you're looking for a machine to go from point A to point B in a hurry, this is probably not the one for you. As I mentioned before, you don't even need to use the brakes on this thing. That hydrostatic works just like the one in your lawn tractor or your tractor. As soon as you let off the gas, the hydro just slows you down really to a stop. So I think you barely would ever use the brakes in this thing. Acceleration is adequate, mediocre. Again, this is a workhorse. This is not a recreational toy. This thing is made to work. It's adequate for moving you where you need to go, but it's not quick off the start, and it's not quick at all. 25 feels like you're crawling when you go down the road, but it's smooth as anything. Very, very comfortable. And again, really heavy duty. It feels like more of a truck than a side-by-side. Got to really get used to that hydrostatic. Having the gas, basically the gas pedal and the brake are one function in this thing. Super smooth on this old dirt road. Lots of gravel and rocks, and it's very comfortable. And we can go off-road a bit too. Of course, the RTV 1100 is four-wheel drive with diff lock, so you can get through quite a bit with this. The worksite tires are not super aggressive, so they're decent on turf, but also give you plenty of traction when going through situations like this. turning radius on this machine is really great. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, but it's exactly what you would want. Now, by having that hydrostatic transmission, you have full access to hydraulics, which means you have hydraulic power steering, but you also have a hydraulic dump bed. And this thing is really fast. That is nice. The parking brake is a simple pull-down lever with a button release on the side. Works very nice. Of course, it's got headlights. Has a tilt wheel here. And your instrument cluster shows you your fuel level, your temperature, mileage, hours, all those things I assume, and of course your speed as well. The air conditioning controls, again, very car-like. They work great. The vents are placed exactly where you need them, and it's very comfortable inside this cab. On the driver's side here, you can see there's a radiator, but there's also one under the hood. So I'm assuming that this is probably an oil cooler for the hydrostatic transmission, and the one under the hood is the engine cooler. That mid-mount engine is tucked in there perfectly. Has pretty easy access to any components that you may need to work on. Just behind that is the transmission and transaxle, and that's, I believe, where most of the weight is coming from on this machine. In the back here is this massive hydrostatic transmission. There are 2 oil filters right here, super easy access. What's really nice about this machine is the size of this box. You can take a full-size pallet. Now granted, I'm loading this pallet kind of sideways, but you can get under it sideways as well. And you can close the gate. If you want to load a pallet in here the other way, a little stuck there, but you can load a pallet and it just hangs up slightly over the tailgate. So it's a great size box. Here under the flip-up hood, you'll find the engine coolant radiator, windshield washer tank, air breather, easy access to the air filter, and not much else. But what I noticed about this compared to other side-by-sides is that, again, being made for work, this is a fully enclosed and sealed cab. There is a metal cowl back here, just like you'd find in a vehicle on the road. So that is completely sealed from the cab and just, again, really heavy duty. I had a great time checking out this Kubota RTV 1100. Would I want one? Yeah, but would it suit my needs? I don't think so. Would I recommend it to someone with a smaller property? Probably not. You know, again, this is made for a farm or a ranch or a construction site where you need something that's going to work. On a smaller property, it could be a little bit cumbersome. It's not very nimble because it's so heavy. I love the cab. I love the air conditioning. I imagine in the wintertime, the heat is just as great to have. So if you need those things, I don't know that you can find a better value than the Kubota RTV 1100. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, I invite you to join us, and make sure you follow along on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.